All right, guys, what's going on? Alan here, and you're at the Gibson Garage YouTube channel. We're doing another customer's repair today, the fuel pump in an '02 Toyota Tundra. So we're gonna get started right into testing first. How do you know you even need one? Well, what I did was pop the hood. And in this particular vehicle, anyway, you got your fuse box right here. Now, first thing I did was grab some starting fluid and just sprayed it down the throat. Past the, I didn't spray any on this. Make sure you don't spray any on your mass airflow sensor. I just popped the lid off and sprayed some starting fluid down there, and it fired right off. Fuses, those should be working. You can test them, of course, as I did. I went through and just did a connection test. It beeped when I touched the top. Everything's fine. These right here, this brown one right there, is your fuel pump relay. This is your EFI relay, your fuel injection. What you can do is have a buddy turn on the key while you put your finger on this and see if you can feel it clicking. And I did, so I knew the relay was good for the fuel pump. Other than that, I think that's really all you can test is the relays and the fuses. And considering it fired off as soon as I sprayed some starting fluid down it, that's what we're going to go for, is the fuel pump. Did not come with the So we're going to start by removing the 6 bolts in this bed, and it's going to take a T55. Make sure you've got, well, if you're using impact wrench, make sure it's impact quality. Now, I don't know. I'm missing one, so I'll only have to remove 5, but there's 3 on this side, and then 3 on the other side. Easy peasy. It is bent. Look at that. Someone's been in here before and did the belt bed tilt method. Next, we're going to go under here and I'm going to remove the filler neck and the vent tube. But it's just a couple hose clamps. And of course, these are facing up towards the top. So it's going to be super fun. Uno. Alright, those are both loose. And as you can see, this bed wants to come off. So what we need is some 2x4s. So I actually have no idea how I'm gonna make this happen, but I'm gonna go underneath, see if I can lift it up by hand and wedge this under there somewhere. Well, okay, heavier than I thought. Stupid way, I'm over it. Well, you can say it. It's okay. Say it. I'm an idiot. You can't even get to the fuel pump from here. I assumed that line. I didn't see these other lines. I went too fast, overlooked it. So removing the bed does not help you gain access to the tank at all. I mean, it's already off now, so it might help a little bit. I can drop the two straps. I'm gonna have to drop the straps. There's a ground wire back here somewhere, I think. And there might even be a brake line attached to it, maybe. But we gotta get this disconnected from it probably, so we can drop the tank down enough. Might not have to come all the way down, but we'll definitely have to drop this end all the way down. And that is gonna be these two straps here. And you can see the strap. And then that's the bolt. And that looks like what, a 14 maybe? Looks like there's a little bit of wiring harness there. Needs to get popped off. And as far as the bed goes, just popped this off of the frame that was right here and disconnected this left tail light, and the rest of it's got plenty of room. You might want to, we went just far enough. It's not super tight, we're okay. But you might want to pop that one loose too, and then you'd be fine. But I just got it sitting on the fenders on some towels. I know it's not ideal, but I had to do what I had to do. And a tip for getting this thing off too, you're not going to be able to just lift the front up, not without causing damage. This right here, I mean, look at all this. This was not all me. I did a little bit of scraping here. When I heard it, I realized what I was doing. But someone was in here before doing a number on the doors and both the fenders. It's just because this is narrower than that, and if you try to pick it up, it scrapes on both ends. That's just all there is to it. So the bed has to come out like back end first, like that, in order to avoid any damage. So that turns out to be a 12. If you take this off, looks like it'll release the whole bracket. Bingo. So I'm gonna loosen this forward one first. Not take it all the way out, just loosen. Okay, that one's loose. Okay, we're loose. Oh, filler neck. Okay, that's not a big deal. We're swinging out of the way. We're good there. It's not pulled too tight there. We're good. Filler neck's chilling. Let's go take a look here. Can we get out? We might be able to get out of there. We might be able to get out of there. Alright, let's dust it off. Alright. First things first, we're going to get this line off. I'm just squeezing the tab and a little wiggle. That clip is hard to squeeze is the problem. There we go. It wasn't that it was stuck. It's that clip is super hard to push in. And then this, I think all you got to do is just kind of loosen the tension around it. Make sure it's wiggling. There we go, in and out. And it should. I don't know how far you got to push this thing. I'm afraid to break it. There you go. Not too far. But that's off. see what happens. Okay, a little 180 spin. Oh. Okay, so they look to be exactly the same. Got some fresh hardware here. This is from O'Reilly's. This was actually pretty cheap compared to the other places. That's the part number there. And yeah, it looks just the same. Just got to take all the wrapping off. Get this gasket in place. There it goes. And then we'll put it back in. You gotta get out this old gasket too. It's pretty crusty. When you look inside there, man, it's clean. Shiny, shiny. So, sock was super clean on his pumps too. I don't know if you guys caught a glimpse of that. So I think all we got to do is make sure that when we put this in, oh, that's stationary, so that doesn't move. We got to make sure we feed that, into the that little bucket you saw there. Let me get some something green pad to wipe that off. We'll try to get some of that rust off. Okay, so we had to kind of start backwards. Ooh. Okay, and then that's going to spin in. Barely room for that guy. Jiminy. Okay, make sure we're going in that bucket. So it looks like we're going to fall right in it. There's the bucket. Boom. Man. Cool. Now, just got to hook everything back up. Well, bad news, guys. It looks like this is working properly. You trace the two wires coming from this sending unit to here, it's the red and black ones. You start out at 110 at low or empty, and it doesn't really cut out at all. It looks smooth. I'm going pretty slow, and it seems to be keeping up. settles 4.7. But yeah, so his light was working, it's just the needle that wasn't working. Right back to where we started. So, well, at least we got it up and running, but we're gonna have to, I don't know, replace other parts on the dash. Well guys, that's gonna do it for the fuel pump change in the Tundra. Sorry I didn't set up the camera to put the bed back on. I was so excited about getting help. But after you put the bed on, just do your best to line it up. Don't forget to hook up your lights and your filler neck. And that's all I disconnected from the bed. Was the filler neck, return or vent hose, and then a couple of the lights in the back. And the bed's back on. I think it might have been in a couple of fender benders because it's straight on the frame, but it's not quite straight to the bumper. And it's pretty close on the cab. It's pretty close on the cab. It's not perfect on the cab, but the bumper's way off, so it might have been bumped or something. But that's gonna do it. Oh, let's start it up. Make sure you guys get to hear it run. There we go. There it is. Running strong. Runs pretty strong. And I guess if it didn't fix that problem with the needle, because he didn't have a needle before, all he had was the light. So if this doesn't fix the needle problem, then you must have a bad gauge, right? But the light still works. The light goes off when it fills up. I don't know, tell me what you guys think if you've had this problem. Radio's trying to make noise at me. But that's gonna do it. Thanks for watching, guys. I'll see you later. And don't forget to subscribe, and please like this and share. Have a good day.